Okay, friends, good morning. So this is both Hangout as well as WebEx session. The reason why I'm doing both is so that you can come back to this if you want it for reference, or you can forward it to your friends to cover to tell them what I have covered in as part of this session. So I'll not be demonstrating anything in this session, but I will tell how you can learn big data from the perspective of big data engineer. Let me share my screen here in the Hangout. Where is that Hangout session? Yeah, here. I didn't share my screen, so I have to share the screen. Okay, now the sharing is started, and also I hope you guys can see my screen. Can you guys confirm that you can hear me and you can see my screen?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see your screen.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So about ITversity, it's a startup. It's a Dallas-based startup. You can actually go to my website and uh, sorry, go to the about page of my website. It is itversity.com, and you can see details about the company. So ITversity, we strongly believe that information technology is evolving rapidly, and it is transitioning application development into open source and infrastructure onto cloud. And it presents new challenges in IT, and we believe that training in emerging technologies is important, and but people are a little bit reluctant because um, they are simply overwhelmed, or it is so expensive to get trained from companies like Cloudera or Hortonworks. They charge something like $3,000, and they cover only minute part of the complete ecosystem. So eventually, what ITversity want to do is we want to provide free or affordable ITversity want to provide training at free or at affordable cost. And we are planning to cover application development, big data, cloud and infrastructure, as well as databases and decision support system. And the way we will train the people is it will not be on the basis of a single technology. I strongly believe frameworks are the important, more along with the programming language. So instead of focusing on a programming language or one tool within the entire ecosystem, we try to focus on all the tools that are required for people to implement end-to-end solutions. Even for beginners or little bit experienced people or who are pursuing MS, teaching from the holistic perspective view, and then diving deep into the all the technologies to work effectively in that role is very important. That's what I believe in. So that's why I do a lot of job market research, and as of now, especially for full-time roles, the more prominent roles are, if you go to dice.com, and if you if you really try to interpret the job descriptions, and then try to understand what they're expecting, um, you will understand that anything that is engineer, which is very generic, and which have engineer in them, is gaining a lot of momentum, especially for full-time roles. Okay, I'm not talking about the contracting roles. Contracting roles will be typically tagged with the technologies, but full-time roles typically does not tag with the technology, and those roles are big data engineer in the big data space, or data engineer, and then cloud engineer or DevOps engineer in cloud and infrastructure. In application development, it is the software engineer or software developer in some cases. And the fourth one is our mobile engineer. If you want to develop mobile applications, something related to mobile will be there as engineer role. And then the fourth one is databases and decision support systems, like data warehouse engineer or data warehouse architect, something like that. Earlier, job roles in this used to be like Informatica developer, Informatica architect, something like that. They used to be tagged with the technology. But now, if you look into the full-time jobs especially, and they are not tagged with the technology, and they're expecting people to know at least 2 or 3 programming languages, and then they're also expecting people to know several other things. I will show you. Okay, so I typically use Amazon or eBay as example. For your level, this portion is very appropriate, which says Big Data Engineer Analytics on using Amazon EMR. So this is the key. Amazon EMR is just because it's Amazon job posting, they have that. But the first portion is the key. And if you scroll down, they are expecting 3+ years of experience in a technical position. So most of the guys who are considerable number of guys who are doing MS does have experience in India. For those people, this is a very good opportunity. Okay, you can even see 1+ years of experience also from companies like IBM and all. And even if you don't have experience, if you have MS, if you can showcase your skills as part of your resume and cover letter, definitely they will consider you, especially if you are well trained in these roles and do the certifications. I'll come back to the certifications portion a little bit later. So you can see that this job description is expecting 3+ years of experience in a technical position. And the preferred qualifications are that you need to be proficient in MapReduce, Zookeeper, HBase, HDFS, Pig, Hive, Python, shell scripting, and experience with Chef is a plus. And then excellent knowledge of Hadoop architecture and administration and support. This is more towards because Amazon is a cloud provider. They provide Amazon EMR as a service to the clients, and here they are expecting people to have knowledge in administration and support. So you need to proficient in all these things to apply for roles like big data engineer. Okay, so if you guys are in first semester or second semester or even third semester, if you can spend 4 hours a week, okay, 2 to 4 hours. If you are in the first semester, you can spend somewhere between 2 to 2.5 hours a week. In a span of 2 years, you will be spending almost you have 100 weeks. 100 into 2.5 to 3 hours is 250 hours to 300 hours. And also you will have some extra time in summer, summer break, winter break, and also immediately after coming out of the college, till you get the OPT, you will have additional time. At the time, if you can spend more number of hours and try to focus at least 400 hours, okay, then you will be definitely be proficient in the for this role. Even if you could not get full-time positions such as big data engineer, at least as a plan B option, you will be able to get some contracting opportunity if you try hard within 3 months to 6 months. If you work hard, if you learn skills, if you start marketing yourself more effectively, definitely there is the probability will be relatively high. I will never say that you will 100% get a job, but the probability will be relatively high to get the job if you put consistent effort on a complete ecosystem or framework. When it comes to development, we talk in frameworks. In terms of big data, we talk in ecosystem. For example, if you want to be a Java-based software engineer, then you need to understand J2E framework, Spring framework, etc. Similarly, if you want to be a big data engineer, you have to be familiar with big data ecosystem. Okay, that's what I mean. So depending upon the role you are trying to get into, you need to either focus on framework or the ecosystem. Okay, I hope everything is clear. If you have any questions at any point in time, you can send the message. Make sure you send the message to everyone instead of sending only to me. Make sure to send to everyone. I will typically repeat the question and then answer, but sometimes if I overlook, people are aware that what I'm trying to respond to. Okay, so make sure you send it to everyone. Okay, so the second topic is, so that is about IT Varsity training portion of it. And then as part of phase 2, what we are planning is we want to get into staffing solutions. So especially if you work hard and if you learn skills, if you get certified at your own expense, I will come back to certifications a little bit later. It will be easier for me to reach out to clients saying that I have these many people who got trained in these roles. So eventually I will be uploading courses similar to Big Data Engineer in cloud and infrastructure, in databases and decision support systems, and also 1 or 2 in application development. In next 6 months, I'm at least planning 3 or 4 courses in different areas. And I'm planning to pool 500 students and train them thoroughly. I will be there to support as part of the training process. I will explain how I will be supporting you. And once you complete the training, once by the time you finish MS, if you clear the certifications, it will be easier for me to go to the clients and say, I have these many people who got trained and who got certified and who are interviewed by me, and these guys can be good fit for your positions. I will put additional effort starting from 2017 second half to reach out to the clients, and then I will be preferably placing you guys on the full time to the client. Okay, so that's my phase 2. Once I finish the content development, I will focus on I will at least give a try to reach out to the client saying that these are the candidates who are well trained and who are certified in a particular area, and you can hire them full time. I don't want to be a staff augmentation for OPT guys at this time. I just want to be a facilitator to get full time opportunities for you guys. Okay, and for me, getting job for you is the topmost priority than making money. So even if the clients are not willing to pay me to place you, I will still try to present you to them. Okay, and probably I will be able to establish relationship with them, and eventually they might pay. But for me, placing you will be the first priority than making money in that direction. Okay, so the second second topic in the agenda is training model. So how I will be training. So you guys, when you are in MS, you guys will be typically in different backgrounds. You could be in first semester, you could be in second semester, you could be in third semester, you could be in fourth semester. You could be from a good college, you could be from a not so good college. So you guys might be from different backgrounds. Okay, sometimes people might be from computers background, sometimes they're from information systems, sometimes they might have done BTech in completely different area, and in MS they might be doing in computers. So if you think about it, even though you are MS student, you are from different backgrounds. Each one's learning capabilities will be significantly different. For example, a computers background guy who is doing MS with prior experience, if I say join, he will understand immediately. But people from non-computers background, if they just start exploring the computers or information technology as part of the MS, then if I say join, they will not understand anything. Okay, that doesn't mean that I will dig into all those areas. So wherever you guys don't understand, you have to explore yourself and build the skills. But the bottom line is each one's learning skills is significantly different. Okay, so a person who is from computers background, who have prior experience, might be even if you put 1 hour effort, is good enough for him. But from a non-computers background guy, he has to put 3 to 4 hours every week to learn the all the content. The content is pretty huge. You have to put consistently 2 to 3 hours every week to gain anything from a training. Okay, so that's the so for that reason, because people are from different background and their learning capabilities are significantly varying, I have created a self-paced model, especially for MS students. So the content will be available as part of the all courses. Okay. And in this case, I am talking about Big Data Engineer Immersion. So this is the course. And as part of this course, I will be covering all the topics that are relevant for the Big Data Engineer role. So whatever they mention here, okay, I will be covering at least 70% to 80%. Go to any job description which says data engineer or big data engineer. If the data engineer or big data engineer is towards big data, sometimes data engineer also talks about big data itself, and sometimes non-big data. So if the data engineer person is related to big data, you will see 70 to 80% overlap for each and every job posting that is out there. Okay. Uh, that's how the course is designed. It covers setting up the development environment. Even if you don't know anything about the computers, you can start setting up the environment, and then you will understand the HDFS, MapReduce. MapReduce, I will not get into too many details, but if you already Java developer, you can explore further after looking into the overview. And then Hive, which is SQL type of technology in big data. Scoop, which is to copy data from relational databases such as Oracle into big data. Pig, it's a simple scripting language to perform to perform the transformations easily. And then major portion of the training will be Spark. I'll be covering Spark with Scala, Spark with Python. Scala and Python are programming languages. Spark is not programming language. Spark just provide APIs to work with Scala as well as Python. So as part of this training, these 4 topics, Apache Spark, getting started, Scala, Python, data frames, you will not only learn Spark, but also you will taste Scala and Python, and then you have to build those skills. Mostly in your college, they will be emphasizing those things. If you have subjects related to programming language, and if they talk about Python or Scala, go for it. And also, if you have subject in analytics or data warehousing, go for those subjects. It will cover the theoretical aspects to you. Okay. And then in big data, there is something called data ingestion. Okay. And as part of the data ingestion, I'll be covering Flume and Kafka. Oozie is a workflow tool. You will understand all these things once you start exploring the course. And then visualization using Tableau. And also at the end, I will also show how to set up the Hadoop and Spark cluster. So to learn this, either you need to have a 16 GB laptop. If you have 16 GB laptop, when I say 16 GB, 16 GB memory, not storage. So you need to have a 16 GB memory, i7 quad core. So this is the combination you need to have. I am pasting in the chart. RAM 16 GB, i7 quad core processor. Okay, you need to have this one. If you don't have that one, it is an expensive laptop. It will cost you approximately $1,200 to $3,000, depending upon the brand you are trying to buy. If you already have it, well and good. At least you need to have 8 GB RAM. If you have 8 GB RAM, there are some workarounds, but it will take a lot of effort. For example, if you have 16 GB RAM, you can set up the development environment in 4 to 5 hours, and then you can start working on it. But if you don't have 16 GB RAM, setting up the environment, you have to do it manually, and it will take weeks altogether. So you have to be extremely careful. If you have 16 GB RAM, or if you can upgrade it to 16 GB RAM, spend money, invest money in your future, and upgrade it to 16 GB and start practicing it. If you don't have, and if it is too much for you to buy a laptop for $1,200, then $1,200 to $1,500, then you have to subscribe to cloud-based service. So there is a cloud-based service already, which is called as CloudX Lab. If you want to subscribe to that, let me know. I will give my affiliation code. And here they charge, I think, yeah, So they charge 999 rupees for 15. I think. Yeah, for 15 days it's 999 rupees. For 1 month it's 1499, and for 2 months it's 2499. They used to have 6 months also. I think now they stopped it. Yeah, I think they stopped it for 6 months. Okay, probably for you they might have 6 months. For me, already I have the subscription for till December 31st. That's why it is showing only these three options. For you, they might have 6 months also. Okay, cool, Vivek. So okay, thank you for the information. But what I'm trying to do is I am also building this one, bigdatalabs.com. Okay, and website is ready, but cluster is not ready. Depending upon the response from the people, I will slowly increase the cluster. Okay, so I will also be providing a service, and I'm actually starting the paid course for the same big data engineer starting from 12th of September. I will start this big data labs with them, and then I will start marketing. If people are embracing it, I will slowly increase the cluster, and then I will also be providing a subscription based service online. So either and when I give it for students, I will give it for 2 years. If you are in first semester, until you get out of the college, or even you get first job, I will give it for $60 or $70, whatever it is. But I don't want to rush, because if I could not get enough subscriptions, and if I cannot maintain for 2 years, then you will be disappointed. So I want to go it slowly. By January or February, I will be 100% sure whether I will be proceeding with this or not. If I proceed with this, then it will be much more beneficial for the students. Okay, it all depends upon how many subscribers I start getting once I start announce once I announce it aggressively. Okay, so that's about the lab. Yeah, if you have 16 GB laptop, well and good, use your laptop only. Um, and then once you are familiar with it, then you can take the subscription for Big Data Labs or CloudX Lab for a few months, and you will be done with it. And then the third one is content details. Already I have covered. So these are the topics which I will be covering. And the fourth one is the importance of certifications and their importance. So you are MS students, and MS itself is a valid certification if you do it from good college, if you do it in computers, and if you have big data subjects, that certification might be good enough to get some traction to your profile. Okay, but if you don't have any big data subjects, companies should be confident enough to hire you, and one of the criteria can be the certifications. So certifications cost you around $250 to $400. Most of the certifications are in the range of 200 to 250, not more than that. There are some certifications such as CCP Data Engineer, which is expensive. Other than that, everything is $200 to $250. So you can pay to the respective certification vendor. So there are multiple vendors who give certifications in big data. If you want to know about all the details, you can go through my blog. I have posted a blog sometime back about Spark and Hadoop. There are two blogs. One is Hadoop certifications training, and Hadoop and Spark developer certifications FAQs. So if you go through this Hadoop certifications training, you will see all the available certifications that are in the market, and you can decide which one you want to go based upon the skills you acquired over time. Okay, so you can go to this page to understand that. That being said, there are multiple vendors: Cloudera, Hortonworks, Mapper, Databricks, etc. You can decide whatever vendor you want to go with. Pay money to them. You don't need to pay anything to me, and get certified. It's a $200 to $250 investment, and having the certification will definitely help you. I'm not saying that you will get a job, but the probability will be higher. Okay, and good news is I started publishing courses um, uh, designed as per the certification curriculum. For example, the CCS, Spark, and Hadoop developer. This is one of the most successful course I have ever given online. And if you click on this, all the content is created as per the published curriculum from Cloudera. Okay. And also on top of these two, if you go to my channel, I run a YouTube channel also. Probably most of you guys are aware of this channel, ITversity. Okay, if you go to my channel and if you go to this section, Big Data Certifications, there are 4 certifications in this, including that CCA. Okay, actually there are more certifications. I didn't add it to this section. There are around 6 certification courses, but Hortonworks is changing their certification model, so I need to wait until they publish the details about the new model, and then I will change it accordingly. Bottom line is, I will try to publish content for all the certifications based on the certification curriculum. Once you finish the Big Data Engineer course, you can use the certification curriculum as a reference, and you can prepare for the certification, and you can go ahead and give the certification. So by the time you come out of the college, if you complete the Big Data Engineer course, I will not give any certification, but I will evaluate you guys whether you are good enough or not. And also, if you are certified, then I will start trying to market you guys to the end clients. Okay, so that's how it works. And then the next one is how can you reach out to me if you run into any issues? Because it's a self-paced, we will be working at different time with related to the other people in our pool. Somehow we have to coordinate with each other. So for that, we will be using the forums. And the forums will be part of my could be part of my website in future. But as of now, I have this LinkedIn groups. There are multiple groups. If you go to LinkedIn groups, I'm showing my whatever groups I have created. There is a group for ITversity certification. So when you are preparing for the certifications, you can be part of this group and you can start asking the questions. There's a group called ITversity Active Students. That is for you. You can be part of this group and you can start posting your questions in there, so that not only me, but also the other students can actually watch. And if they already know the solution, they will publish the solution. You can be part of ITversity Big Data also, because you are trying to learn from Big Data Engineer. You are trying to learn Big Data Engineer topics. Hence, you can be part of this group also. So I will recommend you to be part of both Active Students and Big Data group, and you can start posting the questions in there. And not only me, but also other people will try to respond to you. On top of these forums, I'll be conducting Hangout, not Hangout, WebEx session like this. Hangout, you cannot interact with me, okay? But I will be conducting WebEx session like this, so that you can interact with me. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me as part of this session. You can do the screen sharing, and I will be able to troubleshoot the issues, and I will be able to fix the issues. Whatever needs to be done, we will be doing that. And that that WebEx session plus Hangout, that will be Hangout as well, so that you will have that as a reference after the session. Will be conducted once every week. It will be 1 hour to 1.5 hour session. I will take the voting from you. It will be at your preferred timing between 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. India time, or 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. India time. Whenever you are comfortable with it, I will conduct the session after taking the voting. And that I will announce after 12th. As of now, the course is not completely, the content is not completely there. For example, if you go to Big Data Engineer course, and if you start learning from today, you will not find everything available yet. This setup development environment is done. Hadoop distributed file system is done. Java map reduce overview is done. And then I'm working on Spark, Spark getting started, Scala, and I'm working on data frames right now. So Hive, Scoop, and Pig. Scoop is also done. Hive will be done within a week. So by the by 12th, except Python, up to data frames will be ready. Almost 70% of the content will be ready by 12th. So you can learn at your own pace, and you can ask me if you have any questions, either on LinkedIn, or even you can actually go to that particular topic. For example, if you run into issues when you're setting up the development environment, if you scroll down, there is a comment section here. You can post the comment and I will respond it to you. Okay, so you can use the comment section itself as forum as of now. But the problem is it might not it might not be notified to other people. So once you comment here, make sure you start exploring in the other areas also. On top of my LinkedIn groups, also make sure you go to Stack Overflow and start asking those questions. You might get response much quicker. So instead of waiting on me, try to get the information from other sources, other like-minded people, other students, and try to move on at your own pace. Okay, so that's about forums for discussion, and also I have already covered lab. So training is primarily designed for students for 3 to 4 hour preparation every week for at least an year. So if you are putting 4 hours a week effort, you have to spend at least an year, because the content itself is approximately 50 to 60 hour content, and to prepare that, only to record that 50 to 60 hour content, it took me almost 80 to 90 hours, because sometimes when the jobs are running, I pause it. When the downloading is happening, I pause it. So that's how I save some time. So just to prepare the content or record the content, it took me 80 hours. It will take me 80 hours. If you think from your perspective, you have to add your own overhead of exploring the other things and then master it over time. It will take at least 200 hours, even more, if you are from non-computers background. Okay, so that's it about the agenda of Big Data Engineer Immersion training. And in future, I will be covering DevOps engineer, cloud engineer, and also application developer courses. So if you make sure that you understand the market thoroughly, don't proceed with herd mentality. You have to do the market analysis, and you need to see, based upon your strengths, which area you should focus. Don't just follow me blindly and prepare only for Big Data Engineer. You should be capable of understanding the job market, and based on that, you should focus. For example, if there are 100 jobs, out of 100, if let's say developer opportunities are the most, okay, if there are 100 jobs and 1,000 people, for 100 jobs, out of 100 jobs, let's say 60 jobs are developers and 40 jobs are other areas, and out of them, let's say 15 jobs are data engineers. Okay, but traditionally the trend used to be, out of these 1,000 people who are available in the job market for these 100 jobs at a given point in time, if 80% of them are aiming for developer positions, so 800 of the people will be trying for 60 jobs. So the percentage is less than 10%. Okay, and then out of the rest of the 200 people, let's say only 50 people are aiming for data engineer or cloud engineer. But if there are 100 jobs, not 100 jobs, but 15 jobs, so 15 out of 50 is almost 30% probability. So you need to understand the job market from that context. How many jobs are available, how many people are competing for those jobs in different categories, and then you have to focus in those categories which are not followed by the people. Then the probability of getting job is much higher. Okay, so you have to spend at least 1 hour to 2 hours every month on DICE to understand the trends in the job market, and then you can prepare based on that. You should be able to change and prepare based on the trend, and make sure you understand how you can get the job quicker, and you should focus in that direction. And also, most of you might not have the LinkedIn. Make sure you have the LinkedIn profile, and that will help you a lot in the longer run. make sure you start connecting with your professors, with your students, with your friends. There is a playlist on effective job marketing on my channel. You can go through that and you can understand how you can build your network. And if you are good in writing, so start posting in LinkedIn, and it will give very good traction to your profile. Okay, so understand those tips also. I will be covering those also. I am conducting series of hangouts about career planning for students. I have conducted 2 already. I'll be conducting 2 more about how to use the social networking to get traction to your profile. Let me show that playlist, career counseling for MS students. There is one more video I haven't added to this. I will add that also to this. And there will be 2 more hangouts on that topic, and you will understand those as well. So I will not only focus on the technology aspect of it, but also I will try to give some confidence about how you can actually market yourself to get job quicker. Okay, I will be providing all the tips to you. So that being said, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we will wrap up for today. Thank you for joining. Spread the news to your friends. I'll be conducting more hangouts like this at least once a month on Big Data Engineer Immersion or new courses for MS students, so that they can enroll for the courses and they can start preparing it. And also, I'll be in US. I was planning to come in September itself, but my travel got postponed because my partner's father is expired. So hence I will be probably in October or November, and then I will go to the colleges and I will explain this in colleges also. Okay, so make sure you spread the news, and I will be conducting few hangouts from US also. So make sure you spread the news with your friends so that they are aware of what I'm trying to do, and then we can work together to get jobs for you and also to grow my company over time. Okay, so once you are ready with the training and certifications, I can start placing you. I will be making money in that area. I want to build a staffing solutions company over time. So even the training is free for now. Later you can donate if you want, or in future I might charge people. For this batch I will not charge people at all, but in future for students I might charge after they get the job. Okay, and then and it will not be very huge money. It will be like $350 to $500, so that I can motivate other people to support you. That being said, now the questions, you can ask any question now. So there is a question from Kapil. So the question is it difficult to get an entry-level job in big data after MS without big data course? I do not understand. So yeah, one thing is, if there are any campus selections, I don't think most of the colleges get campus after MS. If there are any campus, probably yes, you might get a job without this course. But if you do this course, it will help you to explore in the open market. If you have to go to the open market, already there are other people from mainframe background and other backgrounds who want to get into big data. You have to compete with them. Okay, and if you have to compete with them, you have to be proficient in the technologies. If you do the big data course as part of the college, or and if you showcase as using certifications, definitely will give the priority. It's all based on probability and priority. I'm not talking about you will get 100%, you will get job 100%, or you will not get the job 100%. It all depends upon the probabilities and priorities. So if the client have to give higher priority compared to others, then you have to be proficient in one of the areas which client is looking for. Okay, if you go to the Bay Area, if you don't know data structures and algorithms, you will not get a job in any company like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. at entry level. It is mandatory. But is it mandatory in the other parts of US? No, it is not. So similar is the case with big data. You might have to take the course for some of the roles. It will give you an edge. If some other areas, it might not be relevant. And as part of the course, you are not only learning the big data skills, you are learning new programming languages like Scala, Python. As you have the goal of big data, you will master it. You will focus. You will define the scope of the programming languages, and you will focus only on those areas which are relevant to you. And then you will gain a little bit of confidence. Okay, I know now Python, I know Scala. If I have to learn those programming languages from some other context, you will be able to learn easily. You will be learning data modeling skills a little bit. You will be exploring data warehousing. So it will give you very broader perspective with a defined scope, and it will definitely give you some confidence. Okay, so the next question is, and by the way, people who followed me have got uh, jobs immediately after MS within 2 months, 3 months. Some guys it took 6 months. They got full-time jobs from companies like Capgemini, Wipro, CenturyLink. So people got job. It's not that I'm talking to market my course, but there are at least 8 to 9 examples which I know in person who got benefited from the course and got the jobs because of the course. Okay. That being said, and for experienced people, it will help a lot. It will help a lot for the experienced people because they already have the experience. And now after doing this course, they can showcase that they have experience in the big data also, because you are doing kind of POCs as part of the course on using multiple technologies. And definitely it will help the experienced people a lot. If they have to get the big data role, then they have to take this course for experienced people. And then next question is from Vivek. Do we need to learn the native Hadoop MapReduce framework, or should we focus mostly on Spark? If you are a Java developer, I will recommend you to focus on the MapReduce framework also, because it will not tough for you to explore the technology or explore the MapReduce APIs. But if you are not a Java developer, just go to the overview, try to understand what it is, and focus on Spark. As part of the Spark, here we should not compare MapReduce versus Spark. In big data, from big data perspective, we have to compare MapReduce versus other programming languages like Pig, Scala, and Python. Okay, yeah, Spark versus MapReduce from execution perspective, you should compare. But for implementing the project, you will never use MapReduce. Even never use Java-based MapReduce. You will never use Java as a programming language to develop the MapReduce-based applications. Rather, you will use Pig or Hive. Okay, so you have to compare Pig or Hive with Spark, Scala, Spark, Python, and Spark is the winner in that case. Having the Spark knowledge will definitely help you with Scala and Python. You should not look into Spark isolated. You have to think about Spark from the context of Scala and Python. And I will recommend you to learn both Scala and Python to implement Spark APIs. It will definitely help you. And Spark is slowly eating up the Java in big data space. Okay, Scala, not Spark, Scala and Python are eating up the Java in the big data space. And that is proven even with the certifications. If you go through Cloudera or Hortonworks certifications, the emphasis on Spark is growing significantly. Cloudera completely given up Java MapReduce. So I'm not just telling based upon my experience. I'm telling from the industry perspective, the way industry is reacting. They are giving top priority to Spark. I will pass on this question. What will be the hourly rate for big data engineers? I don't know about that. And then the next question is from Mohsin. Thank you very much, Durga, for your great efforts. I'm a regular follower. As you said, this training is for 1 year course, but I'm in my last semester. I'm ready to put efforts for more than 20 hours every week. Kindly help in planning to learn on, as I have already completed your MapReduce videos and looking into other videos. Yeah, you can spend that amount of time, but I will not be able to support you in the job search. Okay, I will not be marketing you. As long as you understand that, that is fine. You can go to the big data engineer course and take one certification, and then you can try yourself. I can give you the tips about how you can market yourself effectively. Always keep the plan B option. Plan A is to go for full time with the clients. Plan B is to tap into our Desi staff augmentation companies and try to get a contract job. Okay, from the training perspective, as I mentioned to you earlier, 70% of the material will be available by September 12th. Other 30% will be available by end of September. So if you put 20 hours of effort, you will be able to cover almost all the topics without any issues. So Chinmay is asking, this is my last semester of MS in Information Technology. I want to appear for Cloudera Hadoop developer and administrator till next month, and I have some background on Hadoop architecture, but I don't have knowledge of Scoop, Spark, etc. So my question is it feasible to get this certification done till next month end? I have 4 years of Java development experience. Yes, you can actually, if you can spend 20 hours a week, and if you go to the certification courses, okay, take this, go through the CCS, Spark, and Hadoop developer, and it covers by going through this course, you will learn Scoop, you will learn Flume. Flume will be overview. Scoop is in depth. Scoop will not take very long time. I will recommend you to go with CloudX Lab and get the subscription from them. If you have 16 GB laptop, you can set up environment in your laptop itself. Otherwise, go for CloudX Lab. I will give you the affiliation code right away. If anyone want to enroll for CloudX Lab. Okay, so you can go for the CloudX Lab subscription, and you will definitely be able to clear developer certification for sure. Administrator certification will be a little bit tough for you to complete within a month. It all depends upon how much knowledge you have. Okay, and when it comes to the certification course for administration, so let me give you the link for this also. You have to go to this course to clear CCS, Spark, and Hadoop developer. You will definitely be able to clear within a month. I don't see any challenges, but you have to put at least 20 hours of effort every week. And then let me go to my channel now. In my channel, if you go to the big data certifications, so there are okay, I think Cloudera certification is not added to that section, so you have to click on here, CCAH. If you search for CCAH, you will see the playlist. I have covered 80% of the topics here. Okay, already a couple of guys have cleared. I'm going through my material. At least a couple of guys have acknowledged. I don't know how many have cleared. Couple of guys have acknowledged, and but it will take time. It will at least take 2 to 3 weeks of 20 hours of effort to prepare for the certification for Cloudera also. And unless you do hands-on, it will be a little bit tough to clear the administrator certification. Even for developer certification, you need to be hands-on. Okay, so you can go through this playlist. First, CCAH. Don't give any hotwork certifications as of now, because they are changing the model. When it comes to administrator certification, it's an objective type of exam. There will be 60 questions, and you have to get 70% out of it. And CCA developer certification is subjective, so they will give 10 questions, and you have to get 7 correct. And you can go through my LinkedIn group. I have this session already here. In IT University certifications, you can scroll down. At least you can see 50, 60 posts saying that they are certified on CCA by just following my material. Okay, I hope I answered your question. Any other questions? Yeah, you can try. You can give it a try. If it works, it works. If it does not, then you can go with CloudX Lab. Otherwise, you can continue with your laptop. Sometimes it depends. If it is a Mac, it will definitely work even on i5. If it is Windows, it depends. If it is Dell Latitude or HP, I forgot HP workstation. it works. But if it is Dell Inspiron or HP low-end laptop, then you might run into some issues. What I will recommend is to give a try. If it works, it works. Otherwise, you can go with CloudX Lab anytime. So any other questions, friends? Okay, and then I think that's it. Thank you very much for joining the session, and please share the details with your friends. And there is a I think all of you have filled this form, Big Data Engineer Immersion interest group. You can share with your friends and ask them to be once they fill the email. Sorry, once they fill the form, I can extract their emails and start notifying them. Okay, and also if you are not part of my Google group, which is itversity at googlegroups.com, you can actually send a request and be part of that group, and you will get all the important notifications to your email if you are part of that Google group. If you follow me on, if you go to my website and if you go to Stay Connected, I am available on almost all the social networking platforms. You can be part of any of those platforms. Okay, stay connected. You can subscribe to YouTube. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. You can follow me on Facebook, or Twitter, or Google Plus, and also the GitHub account. Okay. So that being said, thank you very much for joining the session, and we will be in consistent touch. As I mentioned to you earlier, I'll be announcing the Hangout session after September 12th by taking the voting from you about the timings, so that you guys can come on board once in a week and clarify all your questions. You can ask any question in that 1.5 hour related to Big Data Engineer course or Big Data in general. Okay. That being said, thank you. And one more thing you need to understand is I am also pulling the people who are already having the experience, and they will be sharing their experiences also on regular intervals, so that you understand how the projects work in real time. So from that perspective also, you will gain some knowledge. So please stay tuned for all those hangouts or interviews, so that you gain that perspective also, the real world experience perspective as well. That being said, thank you. Bye. Let me say bye from the Hangout also. Okay. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the session, whoever is viewing on the Hangout. Again, if you want to be part of that WebEx invitation, make sure you guys actually fill that form. I will put it in the description section of this video. Once it is streamed in YouTube, then you can fill that form and you can be part of the WebEx sessions rather than the Hangouts. That being said, thank you. Bye.